Good morning, everybody. It's week 4, 5, 6, 7, 18. I don't know. We're getting lost in this sort of time warp. But anyway, I'm still Justin, and I'm still the Surrey Tennis Performance Manager, and hope you're all doing really well out there. Just a couple of tales I'd like to give you this week of the funny side of sport and the funny side of tennis that I've been involved with. Last few vlogs have been about mindset, choking and being under pressure. So I'd just like to give you my own little tale about being under pressure and what it's like to perform and maybe not perform, especially when you haven't prepared for certain eventualities. And I want to take you back to the final of Queen's last year, 2019. Joe, who I coach, and Rajiv, his partner, were playing against Andy Murray and Feliciano Lopez. I'm sure you'll remember the final. It was a great match, and Andy's great comeback. And Lopez had been involved in the singles final just before against Gilles Simon. And just to give you an idea of, you don't know how long the match is going to last. And this match actually went on for a very long time. The singles match did, and we were waiting for Lopez to finish his match so that he could play and jump on court with Andy and play, us in the final. So we were waiting up in the changing room up at Queen's. It's a beautiful place, and they bring you food and little snacks, because you don't know how long you're going to wait for. You warming up, cool down, warm up, cool down, snack, rest, cool, warm up, cool down, have a little snack. And anyway, they brought Joe some chicken and rice on a tray in a sort of silver container, just throwaway container. And he was sitting up on the bench, and I was sitting next to him, just watching the singles final and sort of thinking, is it going to be finished in 2? Then it went to 3 sets, and as I say, a long match. So then we watched the third set, and it's a long one, and then we have the match finishes. So well done to Lopez. He comes up, just exhausted, and then he tells the supervisor that he wants to go on pretty quick, I guess, before he starts to cramp. So we get told that we've got 5 minutes before we're on court. So, that's when I start, I should have been prepared and calm and follow my processes as a coach, and all the players are doing their bits. So I think, right, let's get the place sorted out. I'm also a parent as well, so we've got to go, let's tidy up. So I pick up all the stuff. Joe's been eating, he's now doing his fast, final stretches. So I pick up the container, pick up the tray, pick up the fork and the rice, and chuck the chicken back onto the tray. And of course, meanwhile, while I'm sort of tidying up, Simon had come up, obviously put his stuff down. They take their shirts off and stuff their towels, and they just chuck everything anywhere, really. And that includes the trophy and everything that he'd won, and Lopez trophy and everything around the changing room. So I pick up all the stuff and chuck the last bits of grip. Joe's just doing his grip, chuck the bits of the old grip onto the tray and take it over to the bin. And Simon says to me, what are you doing? And I said, oh, sorry, Simon. What do you mean? What do you mean, Gilles? What do you mean? He said, what are you doing? What's that? And I said, oh, you want some of Joe's chicken? I said, you've been on court a long time, but it's cold, but yeah, you can have some if you want. He said, no, not the chicken, my trophy. And I went, I still didn't know what he was talking about. And I looked down, and what I've managed to do, as I read on the tray, I was carrying the container of Joe's food. It said, Queen's singles runner-up. I've managed to pick up Gilles Simon's runner-up plate, which was silver, exactly the same as the tray that the Queen's restaurant had brought up with Joe's food. And I'd picked it up and I'd used it as the tray to chuck all the rubbish on. And I was on my way to the bin to empty it in. And imagine, I was completely horrified. And I picked all the stuff off gently, put it into the bin, gave the silver plate runners-up trophy a bit of a shine, and gave it back to him and said, Gilles, I'm really, really sorry. And I tell you what, that relaxed the boys. There was a lot of laughing, and we then went on to court, but boy was I red. See you next time.